This is the Square Shop connector. It's a companion add-on for Shop Connector Manager, and it teaches your CS-Cart store how to talk to Square. Install the manager once, add this connector, and Square appears as a shop type you can connect. Your Square catalog then flows into CS-Cart. Products, variations, images, and stock. And the orders your customers place in CS-Cart are created as real Square orders. First, though, Square needs to let us in. So let's start there. Square authenticates with an access token, which you create in your Square developer account. Start a new application and give it a name you'll recognize, like CS-Cart. Then open that application and go to its credentials. Switch from sandbox to production, so you're working against your live store, and copy the production access token. That token grants the connector access to your catalog, inventory, and orders. Copy it and keep it somewhere safe. Notice too that Square shows it to you here whenever you need it, so if the token is ever replaced, you always know where to find the new one. That token is what you'll paste into CS-Cart. Back in CS-Cart, add the shop. Give it a name, pick the vendor it belongs to, and choose Square as the type. Leave the status active. The store URL is just a label for your own reference. Then paste in the access token you copied from Square. The hint here reminds you exactly which permissions the token needs: products, inventory, orders, and customers. Now, one thing worth knowing. A Square account can have more than one location, and stock is tracked per location. So the connector has to ask which one to use, and it can only ask once it has a token to authenticate with. So save the shop first. Then reopen it and a new field is waiting: stock location. The connector has called Square with your token and listed the locations on that account. Pick the one you sell from, save again, and you're connected. And if that token is ever replaced in Square, this is the one field you come back to. Paste the new one, save, and everything else you've set up stays exactly as it was. From here on, everything you need sits in the tabs across the top of this page. The Settings tab controls how the import behaves. Product Listing chooses between your whole Square catalog and only the items that are active. Price lets you mark everything up or down as it arrives, as a percentage or a flat amount. Action for unsynced products decides what happens to a CS-Cart product when it disappears from Square. Delete it, disable it, or leave it alone. And this grid decides which field Square is allowed to overwrite. Let price and stock resync automatically, while your own descriptions and images stay exactly as you wrote them. Category mapping is where you decide what actually comes across. On the left, the connector lists the categories it found in your Square catalog, showing the full path for each one, so a category nested under another is easy to see. On the right, you point each one at a CS-Cart category, and the import switch decides what comes in, so you can bring one part of the catalog and leave the rest. Anything you don't map simply isn't imported, so you stay in control of exactly which parts of your Square catalog appear in your CS-Cart store, and where each one lands in your own category tree. Square also carries its own tax rates, so the connector gives them their own mapping. Each Square tax, with its rate and whether it's included in the price, lines up against the matching CS-Cart tax. Map them once, and every product that carries that tax in Square arrives already taxed correctly on your side, with no rekeying and nothing to reconcile by hand. With that in place, importing is one click, straight from the shop list. The connector pulls your Square catalog, works through it, and confirms when your products are in. And the same button is there whenever you want to pull the latest catalog again, so refreshing your store is never more than a click away. And here's the result: a Square item, now an ordinary CS-Cart product, sitting in the category you mapped it to. Its images came across, and so did its price and description. Its stock came across from the location you chose. And where a Square item has options, those become proper CS-Cart variations, so a shopper picks the memory and the color right here, exactly as they would in your Square store. Each variation carries its own code, price, and stock, just as Square reported them. Nothing here was typed in by hand. Every detail on this page came straight across from Square, ready to sell. And the return journey. When a customer buys one of those products from your CS-Cart store and the order reaches a paid status, The connector creates the matching order in Square against the location you chose. It finds or creates the customer, adds the line items, the tax and the shipping, and records the order as settled. The order page then shows you exactly where it went, with the Square order reference, so you can find it in your Square dashboard in seconds. And because the order is built in Square itself, your Square reporting and your CS-Cart orders tell the same story. That's the Square Shop connector. Create an access token, paste it into CS-Cart, choose your location, map your categories and taxes once, and let your Square catalog and your CS-Cart orders stay in step. Whether you're moving to CS-Cart or running both side by side. Brought to you by Cart Modules.